everyone, today I will be your teacher. I will read a story for you, and it is a Panchatantra tale entitled The Wise Old Bird. But first, I will read my objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to identify the elements of the story, relate the moral of the story to a real life situation, and act the story into play. So before we formally start our lesson, can I ask you a question? Have you ever experienced not listening and just ignoring the advices, reminders, and exhortations of your parents and relative adults? I know that your answers are yes. Sometimes you do not listen to the advices, reminders, and exhortations of your parents. Even me, I also experienced and did the same. So this question is a relation to the story we are about to read. The characters ignore the advices of another character. Let's see what happened to them by reading the story of the wise old bird. Once upon a time, there lived a flock of geese in a huge tamarind tree in the jungle. These geese had made the tree their home because of its constant supply of tamarind. One day, the old wise goose noticed a tiny little creeper growing at the foot of the tamarind tree. "Let us get rid of the creeper," he told the other geese. "Someday it may be too big for us to destroy and we will regret it." The other geese paid no attention to the wise old goose. They went about their usual business without worry or care. The creeper grew little by little. Soon, the creeper had grown large enough and strong enough for a man to climb. The old goose warned them once again. "We must get rid of this creeper. If we do not, we will be sorry." The other geese still did not listen to him. Then, one day, when they were out flying, a hunter came to the forest. He saw a tamarind tree and decided that it would be a good place to put his net. He went away, deciding to come back the next day. And so, the hunter came back the very next day and climbed up the tree with the help of the creeper. He set up his net on the tree and went away. When the birds came back to the tree, they flew right into it without noticing the net. Soon they were trapped under it. The birds began to squawk loudly. They flapped their wings about in panic. Only the wise old goose sat still and very quiet. "How can you be so calm?" asked one of the other geese. "I tried to tell you that a day would come when we would regret not destroying the creeper, but no one listened," said the wise old bird. He wanted to help the other geese to escape, so he said, "When the hunter comes, lie down perfectly still. He will throw you down one by one, thinking that you are dead. After all of us had been thrown down, and before the hunter climbs down, we shall take flight together." When the hunter came, the birds lay perfectly still, pretending to be dead. The hunter climbed the tree and threw them one by one. As soon as the last bird had been thrown to the ground, all of them took flight together. The hunter stood there, shocked at how he had been fooled by the geese. The geese were very grateful to the wise old goose. They had realized that they ought to solve their problems before the problem grows too big to be solved. The end. So that is the story all about. For you to better understand the story, I have prepared a questions. Are you ready to hear it? Here they are. Who are the characters in the story? Who do you think are the characters in the story? So, the characters are the geese, the old goose, and the hunter. How about the setting of the story? Where it is happened? It is in huge tamarind tree in the jungle. What about the conflict of the story? What do you think? The answer is it is when the creeper had grown large enough and strong enough for a man to climb, and the geese still did not listen to the old goose. Lastly, what is the theme of the story? Don't ignore warnings of adults because they know better, and help us to solve problems before they become too big so that we cannot get into trouble. Just like what I have asked earlier, when we just ignore the advices, reminders, and exhortations of our parents and adults, we will get into trouble, and it's already hard for us to solve it, so we need the guidance of adults, right? Yes. So, it seems like you have internalized the story very well, so I prepared here an activity. Get a sheet of paper and answer it. Directions. Based on the theme of the story you have read, think of your experiences that are similar to what the geese had experienced. What is the moral lesson you have learned? You have you answered it through 250 to 300 words. Then, for final touch, I prepare an activity here, a group activity, and I already grouped you. You need to perform the story into role play. I have prepared a rubric here to guide you. Plot 30%, team 20%, delivery 20%, collaboration 15%, and readiness 15%. I am already excited to see your performance. Give your best, guys. And here are my reference. God bless us. God bless us everyone. Thank you for listening.